we'll see the winners of 3 straight, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Bruins will put total weather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense takes the field to start this game off. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's strong. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Baker. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Badgers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be 4th down. The Badgers send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So UCLA's offense has its first opportunity of the day. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Caught behind the line, it's Thomas. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Bruins look to keep this drive humming. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. It's complete on the right side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, UCLA! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Baker. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll try the right side. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Looking left. Got him downfield. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to take the top off. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Bruins! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Makes the grab on the big throw. Breaks free. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the ground with the back. There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That's a nice looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA. You know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last game.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Iamaleava. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On third down, he drops to throw. Wide open downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit.
Throws toward the end zone. Got it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The give on the inside.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Looking for a man, it's Baker. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Second down, they'll go to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. And the Badgers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
The Badgers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the...
Breaks into the open. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. He'll pitch it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Wants to throw. It's Baker. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And the stomping has commenced.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Might as well stick with him. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Bringing the heat. Unleashes one. Makes the grab. Oh, what a cut. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? The Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Setting up the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Fires to the middle. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Badger! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Gonna run it. It's Thomas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. Crosses the 35. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The pull and throw off the RPO. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
there to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's a tough thing to do, man. Get this guy on the ground. You've already seen it. He's got a rushing touchdown in this football game. Down here in the red zone, you know his feet are going to be a big part of the offense. The defense was ready, and they get the sack.
Under fire. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running.
Oh, he's got some space. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the catch. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on first and goal. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Bruins trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Back's looking for the goal line.